Are you looking for a one-row repeat crochet stitch that looks the same on both sides and adds some lovely textured detail to your crochet projects? If you are, the crochet blanket stitch might just be the one you're looking for. I'm Rachel from Hope Corner Farm, and by day I'm a home ec teacher who teaches hundreds of students how to crochet. And today I'm going to teach you how to crochet the blanket stitch. If you're ready to learn, let's grab a hook and some yarn and we'll get crocheting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment, let me know what I did well or things that I could improve upon. To create the crochet blanket stitch, you're going to have to gather a few things. So first off, you're going to need a crochet hook. For today's tutorial, I'm using a size J 6.0 millimeter crochet hook. And then you're also going to have some yarn. And for today's tutorial, I'm using a size 4 medium weight yarn here, and it's in this turquoise color. I am using US crochet terms for this crochet tutorial. You are also going to need to know how to chain, how to single crochet, and how to double crochet to complete this crochet stitch. If you need to see any of those stitches and slower, more detailed moves, I've got links to videos below that take them a lot slower. Now let's get started. One thing I want to point out before we get started into how to start this stitch is it becomes a one row repeat after row 3. Row 1 and 2, they have just a tiny little difference to them, so that's why I say you then repeat after row 3. So let's get learning. The crochet blanket stitch needs to be started by chaining a multiple of 3. So my multiple of 3 that I'm going to chain today for this tutorial is 15. So we're going to start. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So there are 15 chains, which is my multiple of 3. Now we're ready for row 1. So for row 1, I want to point out that this is a one row repeat crochet stitch once you get past rows 1 and 2 and then get into row 3. Row 3 is the row that you will continue to repeat for the remainder of the project, but you have to get past row 1 and row 2 as well because they have just tiny little things that are just a little bit different about them. So for row 1, we're working into the chain, and that's what makes it different than the rest of the rows. So what we need to do is we're going to work into the third chain from the hook. So we're going to skip, skip, and into that third chain from the hook, we're going to place 2 double crochet stitches. So here's 1 double crochet, and here's 2 double crochets into the exact same chain. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches, and into the third stitch, we're going to place a single crochet as well as 2 double crochets. Now we're going to keep repeating that all the way until the end. So what we're going to repeat is, skip, skip, into the third, we place a single crochet followed by 2 double crochets, all into the same stitch. So again, we repeat, skip, skip, into the third, we place a single crochet followed by 2 double crochets. And we do that until we have 3 chains left for our chain. So we have 1, 2, 3 remaining. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip 1 and 2, and into the very last chain we're going to place just 1 single crochet stitch to finish the row. And that completes row 1. Now we're ready for row 2, and again, row 2 is not going to be repeated because it's just a slightly different row than row 3, and I'll show you the tiny little difference, but that's why we don't consider it our repeat row. So what we do is we're going to start by chaining 1, and we're going to turn our work. Into this very first single crochet right here, we're going to place 2 double crochets. So we're going right into this first stitch right here. So we're going to put 1 double crochet and then a second double crochet. Now what we're going to do is we're going to skip over these 2 double crochets that come up next. We're skipping 2 stitches. So we skip, and into the single crochet from the previous row, so into the third stitch, so skip, skip, into the third, we're going to place a single crochet followed by 2 double crochets, all into that single crochet stitch from the previous round. And we're going to repeat that all the way across. So we're going to skip the 2 double crochets, and into the single crochet from the previous row, we place a single crochet and 2 double crochets. Again, skip, skip, and into the single crochet, we place a single crochet followed by 2 double crochets. You're going to keep repeating that until you have 3 stitches left at the end of the row. So these 3 stitches are the tops of the 2 double crochets that we started with, as well as our skipped chains from that chain. Remember, we skipped 2 chains to begin with. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip over those 2 double crochets, and into the top of those skipped chains, we're going to place a single crochet stitch. Now that's what makes row 2 just a little bit different than row 3, is because with row 3 we're going to work into actual stitches, not into skipped chains. And that completes row 2. Now row 3 is the row that from here on out you're going to repeat for the remainder of your project. And it is an easy stitch to remember. So again, it's something you can sit and watch TV or just kind of mindlessly crochet. It's very relaxing to me. So what we're going to do for row 3 is we start by chaining 1 and then we turn our work. We're going to work into that very first single crochet right here. And into that first single crochet, we're going to place 2 double crochet stitches. So here's 1. And here is 2. Just like the previous row, we're going to skip over those 2 double crochets. So we're skipping 2 stitches, and into the single crochet or the 3rd stitch, we're going to place a single crochet followed by 2 double crochets, all in that same space. And we're going to repeat that across the row until we're right at the end. So we're going to skip, skip, and into the 3rd, we place a single crochet and 2 double crochets. Again, skip, skip, into the 3rd, we place a single crochet followed by 2 double crochets. Then to end this row, what we're going to do is we're going to skip over this and into the top of this second, so we have 2 stitches left, and we're going to skip over this one, and into this very last one right here, we're going to place a regular single crochet stitch, and that completes row 3. Now again, for any remaining rows of this project, you're just going to repeat row 3 where you chain 1, turn, place 2 double crochets in the first, skip 2, and into the single crochets we work in, or the 3rd, we work a single crochet and 2 double crochets. And we just keep repeating this row until our project is done. Now I will say that I don't like to put any special finishing row on this project because it does tend to have just a slightly little bit of a wave at the bottom as well as on the top, and I like how that looks, and I think it would look a little weird if I put like a row of single crochets. So I would recommend, if you're going to do that, to maybe start off with a foundation single crochet or something. Remember, when you get to the end of the row 3, you're going to have 2 stitches left, and you're going to skip one of them, and into the very last you're going to place a regular single crochet. And you would just keep repeating that. So again, I don't do a finishing row on this because you can see that slight little kind of scalloped edge and on the bottom as well. And I like how that looks, and I don't want to change that up. So I like to just kind of end with a row and just call it good. To count the crochet blanket stitch, you simply look at the top, and just like any other crochet stitch, each V counts as 1 stitch. So you could count each of those V's and tell how many stitches you have. And that's the crochet blanket stitch. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos. And if you're looking for another fun blanket stitch, you can check out my reverse blanket stitch right here. And I hope you guys have a blessed day.